Hello everyone and welcome back to this short tutorial series. So in the last video I showed you how to assign yourself to an exam category. As you can see in my examiner dashboard, I've been assigned to this Microsoft 365 exam category. So in this video I'm going to go ahead and show you how to curate questions for this exam. All right, so let's jump into it. So first thing first, we're going to go to the questions menu here and then select the type of question we want to set for our students. So we have an option here for topical questions. So this means you're going to be setting the questions for each topic in that course or subject. And here you can see we have the yearly or mixed questions. So here you don't have to go topic by topic. You just mix the questions around and create questions for your students. Right. So here I'm going to select create topical questions. Now in the question builder, and we can select the exam. We can select the course in that exam. So it's possible we actually requested for multiple courses or subjects in that exam. So we have the option to select which course we want to curate questions for. And here we have the toggle between topical mode and yearly mode. So I'm going to select topical mode for this example. And here you can select the topic that you want to create questions for. And now you can see I don't have any topic at this moment. So I'm going to create a topic shortly. But first, let me just show you other features that you can see here. We have the option to select multiple questions, multiple choice questions, true and false questions, short answer, and essay questions. So this is how we can select the type of question we want to be setting for the students. And this option actually goes for just one question. So for example, if I select multiple choice question and I click here to add question, the interface that's going to show up is a multiple choice question interface. If we select, for example, true and false, that changes to true and false, and select short answer, and for essay questions as well, it's going to show differently. So once we add this question and we, for example, want to add another question, you can just click here. It's going to add another question down below. That next question is going to be in the type that we selected on top there. So for example, if we choose multiple choice question again, it's going to change the type for the current question we're on. But if we, for example, add a third question, so scroll down and you see a third question, that third question will be added for the type that was selected before the question was added. All right, so I'm going to delete these questions for now. And let's go and create a topic. So here you can see manage topics. I'm going to click on that. And here I have the opportunity to create topics. So I'm going to select this option to create a new topic and give the topic a name. So I'm going to name my topic Cloud Concepts. And it's actually very good to give you a description as well. But for here, I didn't prepare this. I didn't prepare a description, so I'm going to continue. And now you can see we have the topic Cloud Concepts. I'm going to click on that topic, and you have the option to edit the description again if you want to change the description that you added before, or for example, if you want to change the name, you can also do that as well. So I'm going to go back to questions, and here you can see a quick start option in the menu. So this shows me that if I click here, I'm going to go to Microsoft 365 exams and go to the course or subject called Microsoft 365 Fundamentals. I'm going to click that, and it's going to go to the question builder for that exam. Now we're creating the questions in batches. So for example, if you wanted to create 100 questions, you can send, for example, 10 questions and let that get approved. And then you can create another 10 or 20 or 30 questions. So that's how it pretty much works in RevisionPad. And here you can see all other options. For example, without having to say add the question and type in the question that you want. We also have an option to add to import a CSV file. So here's the option here where we can import a CSV file and the system automatically will fill in the questions to your batch. So if you don't have that file template already, you can click here to download the file template. So once you click there, it's going to download the question template for the type of question that you selected. So for example, if you select true and false, and then you download the CSV template, then it's going to download the template for true and false questions. So yeah, you have the option to refresh. You have the option to view the submitted questions. So if you, for example, want to check questions that have already been submitted, you can view that here and make some edits. So for now, I'm not going to create this question manually. I'm going to import my CSV file. I'm actually going to show you what that CSV file looks like. Here you can see the CSV file. This is actually how it looks like. So you have the tab, the column for questions, option A, option B, option C, D, E, the correct option. You're going to tell us the correct option, and then the marks for that question and the explanation for the answer. So once you fill this with the questions, you can go ahead and import that CSV file here. I'm going to choose a file and going to import examiner questions templates. I already filled the questions, about 10 questions in that template. And you can add a default explanation for the questions if you want, as well as the default marks if you want. But I already kind of filled all that information in the CSV, so I'm not going to fill this section of this form. So I'm going to click import, and it says the topic is required for topical batches. So I forgot to actually select the topic. So here I'm going to go back here, select the topic I created, cloud concepts. And now I'm going to go ahead and import the CSV file. So before I do this, I have to make sure I select the correct option for the CSV file that I'm importing. Because if you select the wrong option and you import, say for example, you downloaded a true or false CSV file, you have to select the option for true and false before you choose to import that back to the system. Else it's not going to look the way you expect it to look. So in this case, I had actually downloaded the multiple choice question CSV file and filled in the questions, and now I'm going to import that. Now you can see the questions have been automatically added to the system. So for example, this question, which of the following is the benefit of cloud computing? You see the option A, B, C, D, the correct option, and the marks, and also the explanation as well. So you can review this before you submit it. I can actually see I made a mistake here. So I'm going to remove that explanation. And yeah, so I have 10 questions that have been uploaded. So I can go ahead and submit this batch. So automatically, once you start any work on the system, you can see that it auto saves your work. So you don't actually need to click the save, but if you want to be 100% sure, you can go ahead and click save to batch. And it says nothing new to save because it's already saved everything. So I'm going to go ahead and send this batch to the back office team for them to approve the questions. So okay, so I've sent that out. So at this point, I'm not adding any additional questions. So I'm going to go back to where I can see the review. And now you can see that our batch request has been submitted and it's currently showing pending. So once that gets back to us, we'll be able to see which questions were accepted and which questions were rejected, and also the reason for that. So we can review that and redo the questions if needed, or find another way to maybe delete the questions, add new questions. So we're going to be reviewing that in the next video, as well as I will be showing you how to use the Smart Assist feature. So if I go back there to where we created the questions, you can see that there was an option for Smart Assist. So this assist feature here, very, very helpful when you're creating questions. And I'm going to go more in depth in the next video and show you all the features that we have for examiners. All right, so thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.